What if all the plastic on Earth disappeared? Right now, you're probably reading this on a device whose body is made of plastic. There's a bottle of water with a plastic cap within arm's reach. Around you are dozens, maybe hundreds of plastic objects, from your toothbrush to your refrigerator shell. We're so used to plastic that we barely notice how completely we depend on it. Have you ever stopped to think that almost everything around us is tied to this material? Plastic was invented just over a century ago, and in that short time, it became a backbone of modern civilization. It all began with a fortune accident. In 1907, Belgian chemist Leo Baekeland was in his New York lab trying to create a synthetic substitute for shellac, a natural lacquer secreted by insects. He mixed phenol with formaldehyde and heated the blend. The result exceeded all expectations, a hard, durable material that resisted heat and acids. Baekeland called his invention Bakelite, the first fully synthetic plastic. He had no idea he'd made a material that would change the world. Bakelite quickly found its way into radios, telephones, and electrical switches. It was the start of the plastic revolution. Over the following decades, dozens of new plastics arrived. Polyethylene in 1933, nylon in 1935, Teflon in 1938. World War II accelerated development. Plastic replaced scarce materials in military gear. After the war, the plastics industry exploded. Today, the world produces more than 350 million tons of plastic every year, more than the total weight of all the people on Earth. In a century, humanity has produced over 9 billion tons of plastic, enough to cover the entire United States in a 5-centimeter layer. Plastic is everywhere. It makes up to 12% of a car's total mass and up to 20% of an airplane's. Roughly 40% of your smartphone's components are made from various plastics. Even in medicine, from disposable syringes to catheters, plastic saves millions of lives every day. But what if this material vanished overnight? It sounds like science fiction. Let's imagine it and see whether it would save the planet or collapse civilization. Picture this. You wake up one morning and your alarm doesn't ring, not because the battery died, but because its plastic case has simply vanished. You reach for your phone, it's gone too. In the bathroom, your toothbrush, toothpaste tube, and shampoo bottle are missing. What's left are metal tubes and glass bottles. You walk into the kitchen and it gets worse. The refrigerator still hums, but half of its internal components no longer exist. Shelves, bins, gaskets. Milk has spilled across the floor. The multi-layer carton relied on a plastic barrier. Your coffee maker is now a pile of metal parts with no plastic body or tubing. The truly frightening moment comes when you look out the window. Half the city is dark. Electrical cables without plastic insulation begin to short out. Cars sit abandoned in the streets. Their bumpers, seats, instrument panels, fuel systems are gone. Now, scale that up. Hospitals immediately lose critical life support systems as plastic components disappear. Surgeons can't operate without disposable gloves, masks, and sterile tubing. Patients dependent on catheters and IV lines are suddenly in mortal danger. Aviation is paralyzed. Modern passenger jets, like the Boeing 787, one of the newest airlines, use plastic-based composites for about 20% of their structure. Without those materials, planes lose critical control systems. Every aircraft already in the air at the moment of disappearance loses control and crashes. Shipping is in trouble too. Modern vessels rely on thousands of plastic parts, from nav systems to cable insulation. Steel freight containers don't vanish, but their seals, straps, gaskets, and cargo packaging do, turning holds into chaos. In the first 24 hours, hundreds of thousands die worldwide, from hospital system failures, plane crashes, and collapsing power grids. But humanity doesn't give up. What follows is the fastest adaptation in the history of civilization. Auto plants urgently switched to building cars from metal, wood, and glass. The first plastic-free cars look like something from the 1940s. Heavy, uncomfortable, but they move. Electronics has the hardest time. Engineers at Apple and Samsung work around the clock to create phones with glass and metal bodies. Handsets in ceramic and metal casings become heavy and expensive, more like rugged radios than the smartphones we know. Medicine undergoes a revolution. Doctors return to reusable glass syringes that must be sterilized after each use. Cloth masks and gloves are washed and disinfected. Surgeries take longer and carry greater risk, but medicine carries on. Packaging changes dramatically. Coca-Cola goes back to glass bottles like in the pre-1960s era. McDonald's wraps their burgers in paper and serves fries in cardboard cones. Supermarkets sell loose goods. Shoppers bring glass jars and cloth bags. There are positives. The oceans grow cleaner by the day. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch disappears along with some 80,000 tons of plastic trash. Fish and marine mammals stop dying from plastic debris. Every year, plastic once killed over 1 million seabirds and 100,000 marine mammals. Now that threat is gone. Microplastics stop entering food and drinking water. Scientists once found plastic particles even in Arctic rain. Now that's history. Our bodies no longer compete with the approximately 5 grams of microplastic we used to ingest each week. Within a year, the world looks very different. Industries that made 350 million tons of plastic annually vanish. ExxonMobil, Dow Chemical, BASF, hemorrhage billions. In their place, glass, metal, ceramics, and natural fiber producers boom. Society changes most of all. People accept that things cost more but last longer. Instead of tossing a broken gadget, you get it repaired. Thousands of repair shops for electronics, clothing, and appliances open up. Fashion flips. Synthetic apparel, polyester, nylon, acrylic disappears. People wear cotton, linen, wool, silk. Clothes are pricier, but they last for years and get passed down. Repairing feels more natural than throwing away. After 5 years, the economy stabilizes at a new level. GDP in developed countries drops 15 to 20%. Without cheap plastics, everything costs more. Homes are built from traditional materials: wool, felt, reeds, clay, lime. Windows are assembled from glass, and lead came like old stained glass. Joints are sealed with flax and wax. Our relationship with objects changes dramatically. A smartphone that once got replaced every 2 or 3 years now serves for 10 to 15 and gets handed down. Cars become family heirlooms, staying on the road for 30 to 40 years. Children born after the Great Vanishing grow up healthier. With no microplastics in food and air, allergies and certain cancers decline. Immune systems function better without a constant stream of synthetic contaminants. Doctors notice improved memory and focus in new generations, perhaps because chemical additives, once leaning from plastic packaging, are gone. 10 years in, new technologies emerge. Instead of plastic composites, engineers use modified wood materials stronger than steel. Biotech lets us grow living materials from fungi and bacteria. Growing houses appear. Architects guide genetically modified trees to grow into specific shapes. Such a home takes years to build, then lasts for centuries and strengthens with new age. A true technological renaissance begins on a new foundation. Scientists develop adaptive materials that change properties on demand. Imagine a wall that turns transparent by day and opaque at night. A new class of building materials arrives, structures engineered at the atomic level. These designs are stronger than diamond, yet lighter than aluminum. Researchers learn to control atomic arrangement to produce astounding properties. Medicine sees its biggest breakthrough. Instead of synthetic implants, biological prostheses appear. Organs grown from a patient's own cells. They aren't rejected and last a lifetime. The space industry adapts too. Rockets can no longer rely on carbon fiber composites because their polymer matrices have vanished. Engineers pivot to metallic and ceramic composites and to carbon-carbon where possible. The structures are heavier, but they withstand extreme load and keep spaceflight alive. Orbital stations are built from metal and glass, vast greenhouses in orbit. Self-healing materials emerge. When damaged, they repair themselves. A car made from such materials could last for centuries, quietly erasing scratches and sealing cracks. But the biggest shift is philosophical. Humanity learns that convenience isn't synonymous with progress. The generation that survives plastic disappearance hands down new values: durability over cheapness, quality over quantity, resilience over convenience. 20 years on, the world is better in many ways. Oceans teem with fish, forests recover, air grows cleaner, cancer rates fall, people live longer, healthier lives. Yet, technological progress slows in some fields. Without light, cheap synthetics, complex machines are harder to build. Computers get pricier, space launches rarer, some medical devices less accessible. Historians will later call the disappearance of plastic the Great Retreat to wisdom. We lost convenience, but found harmony with the world. Instead of battling nature, we learn to collaborate with it. The core lesson: not everything that causes problems should simply be erased. Plastic both damages the planet and props up civilization. The real solution isn't abandoning synthetic materials altogether. It's using them wisely, producing less, reusing more, and inventing materials that don't harm nature. The vanishing of plastic would reveal its true cost, not only economic, but ecological. And maybe that knowledge would help us strike a balance between today's convenience and tomorrow's health.